Hello, everybody. Eric Vierathaler of Vierathaler Studios here once again. But yeah, just taking Simba out on a walk, and you know, it's around 8 p.m. in my area. It's really dark out. Wouldn't even be really able to see my face anyway. So yeah, cameras off. See who joins. Do 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 do. Hey, Daniel. How's it going, buddy? Do do do. But yeah, been editing the new Things That Piss Me Off movie. There's been some more technical difficulties. Like, just to edit in this one shot that's only a few seconds long has taken me hours and hours because of issues with my computer. Like, it's saying that the file's not compatible with whatever else, and then having to figure out how to make it compatible. Me and Junebug interviewed Simon Phillips today, so that took away some of my time. But yeah, for those who don't know, Simon Phillips is playing Mickey Mouse in the upcoming horror movie Mickey's Mousetrap. So yeah, he seems like a pretty nice guy. Hey, Tyrannitherium, how's it going, buddy? Tyrannitherium, if you want, I can send you a link to join. Matter of fact, I will do that. I'll send you a link. I mean, if you can't join for whatever said reason, then okay. And you said okay, okay, okay. Okay. No idea why my mic turned off. But anyways, do 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 dee. Alrighty. Yeah, my mic turned off again on its own. I'm guessing it's just the connection where I'm at. I mean, I am walking my dog, so well, yeah. But yeah, Tyranitherium. I did send you the link to join. But yeah, who else is watching? Oh yeah, I totally called it. They were going to be making.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. I heard good.
Good, man.
I heard good news. Jukebug Films told me.
Yeah, so he probably told you that Fight the Flat Earth finally got back.
Yeah, I can't wait to tell everyone.
Yeah, so but yeah, so what happened was when Fight the Flat Earth finally messaged me back, he was, you know, I get where he's coming from because, Kenny or Jess, whatever, went on to Fight the Flat Earth's channel first before they went on to our channels. And then, Kenny trolled him. And so, of course, Fight the Flat Earth like was wanting to know who in the world was Kenny. And then I told him because he was wanting to know that first before we schedule when to come onto his channel. And I told him, and he was like, wow, that is crazy.
Yeah. I also like when I found the Dragon Ball GT card a couple of days ago, he was saying over 9,000. I'm like, "Oh, holy shit, I didn't know he was a Dragon Ball fan."
That is funny. That is really, really, really
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that is
But yeah, I can't
too
wait to
funny.
be on the most popular flat earth debunkers ever.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean,
Uh Do you know
I'm not
when the
sure. Oh,
day will
sorry.
be? Do you know what day? Oh, okay.
Fight the Fighter said he would be able to do it in April. When in April, he has not gotten back to me yet. But I mean, it is going to be April before we know it anyway.
Okay. I was just wondering because if it's on the 20th, I'm doing something with my dog. I'm taking him to a Fast Cat rally. Have you ever heard of Fast Cat?
What is that?
It's like they use this lure and the dog chases after this thing. It's pretty cool.
Okay, well,
Um
that's pretty interesting.
yeah. Yeah, because like if it's the 20th, yeah, I'm not going to make it.
Okay, well, I'll be sure to let Fight the Flat Earth know that.
Yeah. Just giving you heads up.
Okay, well, I do appreciate that
Yeah. Oh, will Sebastian be there or is it just the three of us?
because, but didn't you originally find him because of me?
Yes, I did.
Okay, yeah, I found out about Fight the Flat Earth because, it was when my friend Courtney told me that there's still people who believe the Earth is flat in like 2018. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So because of that, I looked into it and I looked into why people still believe it. And yeah, and then that's when I came across Fight the Flat Earth. And then because of Fight the Flat Earth is why that I found the is why that I found out like who the Dapper Dinosaur is. And then of
Are you
course, you know,
friends with Are you friends with Dapper still?
uh we don't really talk as much anymore. I mean, it's not to say that we hate each other. It's just, you know, I guess, you know, life got in the way for me, and you
Just
know,
acquaint just
yeah, I say we're
acquaintance?
more so acquaintances now. I mean, I will say that he will still like my posts on Facebook and all that, but yeah, him and I don't really talk all that much anymore.
Yeah, the thing is that he doesn't really focus on dinosaurs that much. He just focuses on like young Earth creationists being stupid or whatever, or I don't know. Like
Well, I mean,
I always like him talking about, like the interesting facts about dinosaurs or what is a dinosaur or whatever, like he did a
right.
couple of years back.
But yeah, I mean, I'm guessing that that's just what brings him views on his channel because I mean, you'll. Oh my God, my dog sees a rabbit. I need to hang on tight. But so, anyways, as I was saying, like, look, I get it as a paleo enthusiast, but we also have to remember, like, that uh, I actually did meet him in person once, way
Yeah, I
back in
heard
like,
you told me.
yeah, late 2019. And from what he told me, he actually does rely on his YouTube channel, like for money. So I'm pretty sure that he does a lot of counter young Earth creationism content, just to help put food on his table.
Yeah. Maybe who knows? Maybe I might do an interview on him. I don't know yet. Probably
Yeah,
doubt
I
it.
mean, well, you know, you definitely can reach out.
Yeah.
But yeah, and just to make myself clear to everybody watching, I don't have anything against the Dapper Dinosaur. You know, I definitely think that he's a great guy. It's just that, you know, I guess just life got in the way. Like with me in college, and then, you know, I was dating my ex at that time, and relationships definitely do take up a lot of your time. And so, you know, and then I got busy with my movies and all that. So, you know, just
Yeah.
like, you know, like say for argument's sakes, like say if he were to message me, you know, I would reply back, you know, and have a conversation with him. But, you know, just life, man.
I texted on Facebook before with him, but
Oh,
it is what
did you message
it is
like
what it
his
is.
fan page? Did you message his fan page? Sorry.
I think
Did
his
you?
fan page, and then he responded back to me.
Oh, okay. It's
And
because
also,
he.
I and I'm also still friends with AJ Atheist Jr.
Okay.
We're still good friends. Matter of fact, the last time he was on my live stream was like back after Thanksgiving, and that was pretty cool.
And how did you and Atheist Junior become friends?
Met well, since I saw him like doing rant videos on Ken Hovind, I was doing rant videos on Ken Hovind as well, and that's why me and him are like friends.
Awesome. Because that sounds similar as to how me and the Dapper Dinosaur became friends. We
Matter
became
of
friends.
Matter
Huh?
of fact, you're the one who got me used to. You told me about Ken Hovind. You were the first person to tell
Oh,
him. Well, to tell me about Ken Hovind.
and is that a good thing or is that a bad thing?
It was a good thing. I remember when we were at the first or second live stream, like way back in the day,
Like
and
2019, I believe.
2020,
Oh, hey, Ghost Rider. What's up, man?
and and then you told me about Ken Hovind, and long story short, yeah. And then I was like doing rant videos for fun, just to entertain, and I got like a lot of likes and stuff and subscribers. Matter of fact, now I have 900 something subscribers.
Nice, dude. And you started your YouTube channel, correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't it in like 2019 or 18 around when I first met you?
Well, I started 2019. 2019 is when I started doing YouTube, but when I started to make YouTube videos, it was back in 2020.
Okay.
And I think I met you either 2018 or 19. It was one of those year gaps.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we would have more concrete information, like if we looked up like our friendship on Facebook. So, but I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it was in 2019. Something tells me it was 2019, but
I think it was too.
you know what? I'm gonna settle this now. I'm gonna check on Facebook. Let's see. Oh God, my dog sees another rabbit. I better hang on
And
tight.
then and then I didn't know you had a YouTube channel
Oh,
at the time, and you told me about it.
so I'm trying to remember how exactly did I tell you about my channel?
When I was having those thoughts.
Oh, okay. Well, I am definitely glad that I could be there, like to help you with those thoughts.
When I got fired at Walmart.
Yeah, I remember when you called me about that.
Yeah, I I told you about that like a while back, and then you didn't remember, and now you did remember.
Okay, so according to Facebook, we met December 2018.
Holy crap! I didn't know that.
But yeah, according to Facebook, so obviously what I said. Well, I mean, to be fair, I could see why that I would think it was 2019. It's because it was at the very end of 2018. So
Yeah, that's fair enough.
yeah, that is fair.
Yeah. And I also remember that we were talking about like dinosaur, like the evolution of tyrannosaurs. God, like what if Godzilla was in the Dragon Ball universe and etc.
Yeah, which is a crossover that you normally would not think about with Godzilla and Dragon Ball, but I actually can see it.
Although Toriyama did draw some creature kaiju that resemble the Godzilla franchise. I mean, for God's sakes, he even did Gamera. Masaroshi was drawing a this creature that looks like Gamera.
Oh well, I imagine that he couldn't call the creature Gamera because of copyright or trademark laws. So,
He
I,
he called Roshi called it Gamala. Gamala.
well, it's close enough, like to where it wouldn't get him into any legal trouble. But yeah, so Ghost Rider, to answer your question, the reason why my camera's off because I'm taking my dog out on a walk, and since that Simba is a hunting dog, you know, my dog like was bred to go after rabbits.
Yes, that is correct.
So yeah, and so because of that, whenever we see a rabbit, I really have to hang on tight because there have been some times where I lose grip of his leash and then I have to go chase after him. Chasing after my dog is not fun.
Yeah, and hounds when as soon as they pick up a scent, they're onto it. So it's impossible
Yeah.
to get.
I mean, I got really lucky considering that I was able to get my dog back after all that crap. So,
Yeah. Beagles have a lot of drive because they're bred.
they do.
I think yeah, they do have prey drive, but they don't like bite.
Oh my
They
god, he
just
sees another
chase
rabbit.
after.
I bet. Hang on tight. Oh god. But yeah, so well, some bad news about the new movie coming out. I've been working hard at editing the movie. There's been a few technical issues that have gotten in the way. Like just to edit it, one shot that took only like a few seconds took me nearly like 6 hours. So I was on the line with customer service with Microsoft today. I feel like they helped a little bit, But yeah, then I'm having a friend come in to look at my computer on Thursday to help get it situated more. But yeah, I'm trying to get the editing done by April 15th because that's when I was told you have to turn in all of your taxes. I'm hoping to get a tax return on this movie. If not, I may have to wait next year to get a tax return. But
Interesting. I didn't know that.
yeah, but yeah, man, making movies is a lot of work.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, that's why I try not to be too hard on filmmakers now. Like, if I don't like a movie, I try to be honest for constructive criticism purposes, but I try not to be too hard on them. It's because since I made movies myself with the things that piss me off movies, I totally get it. I totally get it that making movies is hard. But yeah, I already did delay the third movie. It was supposed to come out last year, but realistically, I'm thinking that this year should not be an issue for it to be released. Either the summer or the fall is when it's going to be released. There's still a few shots left that need to be filmed. And, I guess it's a good thing that me and Sebastian became friends again because Sebastian's very good with computers.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, is he going to be
Sebastian,
on Fight the Flat Earth?
I should have brought that up to Fight the Flat Earth, but say if his schedule is available, then yeah,
Yeah.
Sebastian could come on.
Yeah. I mean, we could still mention Sebastian if we want to. Like, because we can say that, oh, we thought Kenny was Sebastian, and then we thought it was Darnell, and then we found out,
That it was
Kenny's a girl.
Jess.
Yeah, Kenny's a girl, Jess.
Oh, but yeah. So to answer your question, Ghost Rider, I don't know exactly how fast my dog is, but he's pretty fast.
They are fast beagles.
They
Not as
really, truly are.
not as fast as my dog though. My dog's like a racehorse. Dobermans
Oh,
are
I
bred
believe it.
because Dobermans are they have greyhound in them.
Like my dog is so fast that the last time I had to chase after him, Simba had to go see a vet. It's because that Simba hurt himself because he was running so fast.
Really?
I mean, of course, Simba's also getting up there in age too. So
Yeah, you said that he's 8 years old.
yeah,
Yeah, he's an old man.
but sometimes Simba really truly doesn't act like an old man. Like sometimes Simba acts. I mean, for the most part, Simba acts the exact same as the when I first got him.
Yeah. I would never get a beagle. They're not my type. I want a dog that's like very loyal, and I want a dog that's like 45 to 100 pounds. You could say beagles are not 45 pounds.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, everybody does have their preference as to what dog like that they prefer, and that's totally fine.
Yeah. I mean, the next dog I want is a lab because I want to do dock diving.
But yeah, Ghost Rider, I know that you and all my other fans are really excited to see the new movie. Trust me, I'm working very hard at getting it done. The new one's been a lot harder to get made than the other two. But yeah, you can mark my word, the movie is going to come out. It will be made. I've come this far already where there's no point to give up already. But yeah, the movie's almost done being filmed. Just, gotta finish it up and
And,
yeah, so
and I'm doing a project myself.
and what's your project?
I have
Simba.
a Well, I just did one project, and that was my Dryptosaurus figure showing that Dryptosaurus was found in New Jersey, which I'm from, and
Oh, cool, man.
it's a Tyrannosauroid. um, which is pretty cool. And the other project is about mo- a t-
Simba, come on.
a Montosaurus escaping the jaws of T Rex. I'm trying to
Yeah.
showing hadrosaurs should pay some respect.
So correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that you're talking about a specimen that was found in Montana, like where there's evidence that an Edmontosaurus was attacked by a Tyrannosaurus Rex, right?
Yeah, but in this one, I'm trying to do like something different. Like a T Rex chases after the Amontosaurus. The Amontosaurus gets cornered. It makes a mock charge. The Tyrannosaurus almost takes a bite out of the out of the tail, but the tail hits the T Rex right in the face, and it collapses to the ground. And the Amontosaurus gets the hell out of here.
Okay. But I
Because I
was
do
thinking
think that Edmontosaurus was a formidable animal by its own right. I could see using its massive tail to hit T Rex.
possibly, and unless if I'm getting it mixed up with Iguanodon, I believe Edmontosaurus also had like a little claw on its
No,
on
it didn't.
one of its
It had
paws, right?
hooves. No, it didn't. It had front hooves. Thanks to the
Okay.
mummy specimen, mummified had Edmontosaurus, so it had like hooves like deer or whatever.
And
And people, yeah, and back in the day, I used to, you know, downplay on hadrosaurs, but not anymore. I mean, for God's sakes, the state dinosaur in New Jersey is Hadrosaurus.
yeah, and that honestly, I know this from experience, and I imagine a lot of other paleontologists will say the same thing. But honestly, most dinosaurs that you're gonna find on digs, especially in like the Hell Creek formation and like with like a lot of Cretaceous rock layers, most of the dinosaurs you're gonna find like are gonna be had restores.
Yeah,
Some come on.
like you know, I'm trying to tell people like I don't downplay on Hadrosaurus anymore. You know,
Which is good. But yeah, I totally do understand the carnivores are the ones who get the more media attention, like
yeah,
T Rex and all that. But we also have to remember that, like all the herbivores also did contribute to
yeah,
the environment and
like
ecosystem as well. Yeah,
yeah, like ceratopsians and chylosaurids.
sauropods and
Yeah,
all that.
sauropods. I mean, sauropods are majestic animals.
Oh, definitely. Like one of the things that I like about theropod dinosaurs, because I have grown up a huge Godzilla fan, a Tyrannosaurus Rex, Giganotosaurus, Carcharodontosaurus, and all that, that's pretty much the closest that you ever are going to get to a real life version of that.
Yeah, much smaller though, but
Yeah, yeah, smaller, but as close as you're going to get none the less.
yeah. And sauropods, they're just majestic because they're big. And it's like you don't want to tangle with these large and powerful animals.
Yeah, and then on top of that, I also feel like Jurassic Park, with that first scene where you first see the Brachiosaurus, that scene perfectly captures what you would feel like if you saw something like that for the first time.
Yeah.
And yeah, and just the beautiful music, the cinematography. Now, yes, the CGI in that scene definitely is dated now.
And obviously, Brachiosaurus is not Brachiosaurus. It's actually Giraffatitan. I mean, obviously, Brachiosaurus is still valid. It's just that this one in the Jurassic franchise is based on Giraffatitan.
Oh, I actually was never aware of that.
Yeah, Giraffatitan is an African sauropod that is closely related to Brachiosaurus.
Okay, well, I guess it's not surprising considering that the Velociraptor they had in the franchise is actually more accurate to Deinonychus.
Yeah. For some reason I heard rumors that it was Utah Raptor like, but no, it's Deinonychus, just larger, a little bit larger than an accurate Deinonychus, because
Well,
Deinonychus
that and
is the
well
size of
that
a timber wolf.
yeah, they also didn't have the feathers. And from what I was told, we have to understand that CGI was a brand spanking new thing at around that time, where Jurassic Park was the first movie to ever have a fully animated animal. Like, yes, there were movies that had CGI before, like Terminator 2 and whatnot, but Jurassic Park was the first one to have a fully CGI animal.
Not
And
just that, but animatronics too.
yeah, I mean, there were movies that had animatronics before Jurassic Park, but I mean,
Fair
Jurassic
enough.
Park really did revolutionize it. Like, I do know that, of course, the Jaws movies had animatronics, and even the 1976 remake of King Kong, it was supposed to have more animatronics, but to be honest, it kind of looked like shit, and that's why it's only seen in just one shot of the entire movie.
Yeah, I remember seeing that and it was pretty shitty.
It was, and even from what I heard, Spielberg was so impressed by the animatronic, like the at the ride of So there actually used to be a King Kong ride called Kongfrontation, and Spielberg was so impressed by the animatronic that he actually wanted all the dinosaurs like to be all full size animatronics, and he wanted the guy who did the King Kong animatronic from Kongfrontation to do it, but when they tried doing it, it just wasn't working out. It just wasn't practical. So that's why all the animatronics, they're not full size. Like for the T-Rex, it's like from the head to like the stomach, I believe.
Yeah, the belly
Yeah,
and the
and
tail.
and about the feathers thing. Even when they made Jurassic Park, paleontologists did actually know that, raptors had feathers. But just the problem was animating fur is a pain in the ass.
Oh
And
yes, it is a nightmare.
and the reason why I know that, because I took animation when I was a senior in high school. I mean, heck, even just animated something without fur is a pain in the ass. Like, just to make your character move in a fluent way, have your character talk in a fluent way, have your character's mouth match exactly with the voice, it's a pain in the ass. Like,
Exactly.
yeah, like I remember that my animation teacher told the whole class it took Disney multiple amount of years just to do the stampede scene in The Lion King. And the reason why is because it wasn't just one wildebeest, it was a whole herd of them. And on top of that, Disney didn't want to have all the wildebeest look the exact same.
Well, I heard that they did like a copy and paste of a wildebeest. That's why like the wildebeest looked exactly the same. I heard, and the wildebeests are actually CGI.
Yep, yep, they actually are. And to be honest, you would never even notice. It's because the way how they animated it, though, but they just animated it in a way to make it look like it was 2D.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool.
But yeah, so just imagine working that many years on just one scene.
I remember when they did Walking with Beasts, they said it the the guy who was like animating the Walking with series, he said that that animating a mammal is a nightmare. With
Yep, because of
dinosaurs,
all the
it's a bit
fur.
easy. Yeah, with dinosaurs, I mean, it's hard, but it's a bit easier, you could say.
Yeah, definitely. And on top of that, it also would add on to their budget, like of having to animate fur. So, so
There
yeah.
were
So
some.
for for Jurassic Park, I am willing to forgive it. And on top of that, they also did explain in the movie anyway. In the first movie, like that, they actually had to fill in like the gene sequence with like frogs.
Yeah.
So because of that, you could argue that they're not fully dinosaurs, like they're more like mutant hybrids, which I mean, it does make sense.
Yeah.
But then all that got ruined with the flashback scene. Well, the flashback scene we were supposed to get in Jurassic World Dominion,
Yeah. And
but it
that's
got cut.
why I quit this stupid franchise. Don't get me wrong, I love the first film and the other older films, but Jurassic World itself, the new franchise, no. It's a disgrace.
So, so I could take it. You're going to be first in line, like for the new one that's going to star Scarlett Johansson.
I mean, I'm still going to see I'm still going to see a new Jurassic World movie. Like I'm still going to see it. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not going to be impressed with it.
I will too, but I'm going to be honest. My expectations are pretty low, considering like that the studio they originally were going to have the guy who directed Deadpool 2 do it, which would have been a really cool choice.
That's
But
interesting.
what happened was Universal was like, "Oh, we don't have time to do anything new and ambitious with the franchise. We just want this action oriented." That right there is a huge red flag.
I was thinking like in the legendary pictures of the Monsterverse, I thought that they worked on the Jurassic franchise, the new franchise, because Jurassic World works with Legendary Pictures, I
Yeah,
think.
from what I remember, Jurassic World, yes, Legendary Pictures was involved with it, and I believe the other two Jurassic World movies too. But and from what I heard, it's going to be called Jurassic City, which is really ironic considering that there actually was a Jurassic World knockoff that came out at that time with the title Jurassic City. So, but yeah, to be honest, like yes, I love the Jurassic Park franchise. It always will hold a special place in my heart because I loved Jurassic Park as a kid. But I am going to be honest, the new movie has me worried. And it's nothing against Gareth Edwards as a person. He seems like a nice guy, but just
Colin Trevorrow, though, the director who did the first film, Fallen Kingdom, um, and Camp
well, actually,
Cretaceous
uh,
and Dominion.
Colin Colin actually did not do Fallen Kingdom. That was J.A. Bayona. Colin did Jurassic World 1, and then he came back for Jurassic World Dominion. And from what
Um,
I was told this by my friend Vanessa, who worked on the Jurassic World movies.
yeah,
She said Colin Trevorrow was not a very nice guy.
really,
Yep.
that's interesting.
She also mentioned this. I I had that gut feeling they were going to bring back the Spinosaurus for Jurassic World Dominion. Then after I got done seeing the movie, I was like, okay, I just have that feeling that they were going to have the Spinosaurus. So after I saw the movie, I called her. I was like, hey, you can confirm this. Were there ever any talks for the Spinosaurus to come back? She said yes. What was supposed to happen was that the Giganotosaurus actually was supposed to be the Spinosaurus.
That's just I don't know why they use the stupid Giga.
Well, from what I was told by Vanessa, they wanted to have like a big carnivore to have fight against the T Rex. I mean,
Not to mention, like they use
they
a
weren't
freaking
caring. Like they didn't give a shit about scientifically if it was accurate to science. All that they cared about is, oh, is it big and scary?
well, not to mention like they use a freaking Therizinosaurus to fight off with the Giganotosaurus as well. Instead of that, they should have used like either the Buck Rex or like 3 T-Rexes fighting against the Giga, and then the Giga would just fuck off and get the hell out of here and
Yeah,
fight
that would have
another
been
day.
cool. And about the Therizinosaurus, Vanessa made this clear to me. She's not happy with what they did to the Therizinosaurus. She did not like how the Therizinosaurus stabbed through the Giga, and that's how it died. She was blaming herself for that because she was telling them, "Oh, make the claws longer," and then because of that, they and then got the false idea that, oh, if they're longer, it can stab through the Giga. And yeah, from what Vanessa told me, I'm by no means an expert on the Therizinosaurus, but from what she mentioned, there's no way that a Therizinosaurus actually could do that. But of course, all the filmmakers,
Could do
they
what?
are not paleontologists. So
Wait, could do what?
from what Vanessa told me about Therizinosaurus, a Therizinosaurus actually could not stab through any sort of theropod with its claws through its neck.
Oh. Well, because I heard there was a weird paper and it said that, oh, Therizinosaurus claws are fragile, they're useless in combat. Well, excuse me, but how are you supposed to fend for yourself against a predator like Tarbosaurus? Like, look at giant anteaters, for example. Giant anteaters have been known to kill jaguars, for Christ's sakes, and they have razor sharp claws. So how
I
the
mean,
hell would a Therizinosaurus fend for itself against Tarbosaurus?
just to play devil's advocate, if their lives truly depended on it, I think that they would be willing to sacrifice, willing to risk it just to defend themselves. It's kind of like how sometimes we're even willing to break a bone just to push any sort of predator away from us or somebody who we care about.
Not to mention, like this is why I don't like Vanessa because she said that ceratopsian horns are fragile. The upper horns are because their horns are hollow. Well, excuse me, even if they're hollow, that still doesn't mean that they're fragile. They're very strong keratin. Actually, really freaking strong, and the horns are like pure solid bone. And there's also in the prehistoric documentary, they even mentioned that there were two triceratops that fought each other, you know? So this means that triceratops horns are not fragile as we thought.
Well, and she also did do the research, to I like to back up how that they were hollow.
Yeah, but it new discoveries every day. At least that she said that Pachycephalosaurus, their heads are not fragile. I mean, she did say that, but they're not like super fragile. Like they may like neck wrestle, but there's actually evidence of Pachycephalosaurs headbutting each other as we thought now
Right. So
again.
totally off topic. So I still have one viewer. I'm curious, is my one viewer still Ghost Rider or is it somebody else? I'm genuinely curious.
It's Ghost
But
Rider still.
yeah, I have a feeling it is Ghost Rider still, but I just want to see. But yeah, so I swear, one of the most common statements that I would hear from people when I would tell them about my non-romantic relationship, like with Vanessa, even Junebug said this. Even my friend Ben, who played Mustache Lady in my second movie, even they have said, dude, I think you and Vanessa actually would make a really damn good couple. But yeah, a lot of people have said that. And, I will say this, if it wasn't for her already having a boyfriend, I most definitely would go after her. But, I don't want to be a douchebag and I don't want to,
I thought she doesn't have a boyfriend.
where did you hear that?
Well, I heard. Well, this was like years ago, though. Like apparently, like she wanted. Um, she was engaged, but then she broke up, I think.
Well, it's kind of
This
personal information on her end,
Oh,
but yeah,
I'm
she
sorry.
told me it's all right. She told me what happened to her ex, and yeah, it's pretty devastating. And I'll say this: it's one of the things that I feel like we bonded over because I lost an ex who I cared about, and she did too. So
Yeah.
yeah, and then I will never forget when I was over at her place. We were talking about that, and then I said, "You you don't just stop loving somebody. Either you still do or you never did." And then she was completely overwhelmed by what I said, and then she was like, "Oh my God, Eric, what you said was so extremely profound."
Yeah, people are funny now. I don't know why. Like
I
funny in the bad way.
But yeah, I mean, you can have your disputes with Vanessa all you want, but I mean,
Yeah.
Vanessa, there is no denying that Vanessa definitely made an impact on my life. Like her and I started to become friends when I was at the lowest that I have ever been. And and then if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be where I'm at now because she
Oh
got
damn.
blunt. Yeah, Vanessa got really blunt with me and she said, "Eric, I think you would be a lot better at filmmaking than you would be at paleontology." And that was really hard for me to swallow because I do love both paleo and I love filmmaking. But when I first met her, I failed mineralogy in college, and I remember that I felt like such a failure, that I felt like that I had no future.
I heard that you don't have to go to college to become a paleontologist.
But it would help.
It would help, but you can learn by yourself and then you can teach others.
You can. It's just the problem with me and paleo. I am god awful at math.
Me too. I hate math. I suck
Like
at it.
a like a year ago, I took high school level math in a college course, and I failed it. And and I thought, okay, if I can't even do high school level math, it's not to say that I'm dumb, but if I can't do that, there's no way that I can do calculus.
What is
And then
calculus?
calculus is a really, really, really advanced form of math. Like it's one of the most advanced uh, maths that you could ever take.
Yeah, that's why I suck at math.
So yeah,
Like,
so for you, I'm saying this out of love. Uh, you would have a very difficult time taking
yeah.
that. I mean, heck, I had a difficult time taking mineralogy, and that course is the reason why I have so many gray hairs, and I'm not even 40 yet.
Well, to be honest, like I wanted to go to college and it turns out I wasn't accepted.
Why?
I don't know why because like since at the time, they told me that well, since I suck at math, I can't be a paleontologist or whatever, and that was my dream goal. And it took me a while. I was like really sad and I kind of moved on and
Well,
like when I talk to like people on Facebook, when I talk to Dr. Kenneth Lacavera, they even said that you don't have to go to college to become a paleontologist, and I was
that's
shocked.
true. That's
You know,
true. And I mean, heck, a lot of times with paleontology, you're also told they have to be good at reading, but look at people like Jack Horner. Jack Horner literally cannot read because of the fact that he has dyslexia.
yeah, and I'm not the best reader either, but I can try my best. You know,
So, out of curiosity, why do you have trouble to read? Is it
like I can't
ADHD?
read big words. I can't read like big fancy words, and I'm like, I'm like
If you want, you could look up what the word means.
Yeah, I know, which I do. That may be cheating, but
I wouldn't
it,
really say it's cheating because it's helping you out. And to be honest, I have severe ADHD where it's made it really hard to sit through my textbooks and all that. But hey, over at my college, there is Disability Support Center, which actually is designed to help out people with disabilities. And I
yeah,
mean, heck, there have been plenty of successful people throughout history who have had disabilities.
yeah. And I like when I read really slow. I'm not like the like I don't read quick or I don't read normal. I just read like a really slow kid. Like
That's all right, man. Go at your own pace. And honestly, if you truly feel like paleontology is your dream job, fuck what all the naysayers say.
yeah,
I mean, ultimately, the only one like who gets to decide who is the author of your life is you.
I mean for
You
God's
are,
sakes.
yeah, I mean, you are the one like who gets to decide your chapters in your life now. You are the one that gets to decide the direction and the legacy that you leave behind is. Nobody else has the control but you. And a good example, people told Arnold Schwarzenegger that he wasn't going to make it in life, that he was going to make it in the Hollywood business simply because of his accent. But you want to know why Arnold was such a hit? Because Arnold did not let his naysayers bring him down. Arnold kept at it. And because Arnold kept at it, it's the reason why that he's now one of the most famous movie stars of all time.
Yeah. And
Okay,
another thing
so
too another thing too is that this year there's going to be a museum close by where I'm from and I might work there, I hope.
okay, man. Well, you know what I say? If you're truly okay, so if you were to be honest, what do you feel like is your dream job? Is it is it paleontology or would it be something with entertainment?
Maybe paleontology.
Okay, yeah, I kind of figured you were going to say that. So, if I were you, I would continue surrounding yourself with like-minded friends, but don't burn any sort of bridge with
What
them.
do you mean?
Burning bridges, it's a fancy way of saying that you are going to ruin that relationship that you have. Like case in point, Jess really burnt her bridge with all of us, like by starting all that bullshit.
Oh, I thought like you were giving me as an example of like me and Vanessa having an argument.
Well, that is an example too.
And
But
trust
yeah,
me, I have arguments before with people on Facebook, and that kind of makes me the fool, but I
but
don't
hey,
know.
I mean,
The
you
problem
have
is
to,
that I have a little bit of a hot temper and like it's like bro, you know, like you're pissing me off.
right? But you also have to think, okay, how will my future self appreciate me for all this? Am I going to regret it or what? And if your future self will regret it, probably should not do it. And and also, sometimes you have to think, what's more important? You being right and getting the satisfaction you want with the ego boost, or preserving your relationship like with said individual. And sometimes when you're arguing with an ass, nobody can actually tell who is the ass. Like that was me in 2018. 2018, I would spend a lot of time arguing with people who believe the earth is flat. But then honestly, it got to the point where it was such a waste of time because nothing I ever would say to them would ever change their mind. So
What I
yeah,
don't,
and on top of that, man, life's way too short to just waste it all just
but what I
arguing
don't
over
like
shit.
is when people say misinformation about me, saying that, oh,
Yes.
I'm a racist or whatever, or oh, I'm a I'm a homophobe or whatever, which I'm none of those things, you know?
No, yes, I do agree. Correct misinformation. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you can't just make people listen to what you say. You can only
Yeah,
reach to so you can only reach to so many people.
yeah, but they post it like on like Twitter or Facebook or whatever.
And they post it about you.
Yeah.
You must have really pissed them off if they were willing to do that, man.
Yeah. Like for example, when I posted on Twitter saying that no politics in science, everybody was freaking the F out. Even
Well, you
like
have to
guys,
understand that. You have to understand, like that, with political beliefs, people get really, really, passionate and
well,
uptight
it's
about
like
that. And
it's like stop talking about it. Yeah, but it's like stop talking about it in like paleontology. We don't need this shit.
but yeah, I mean, ultimately, man, like I said, you're not going to reach everybody, and you know,
But I
if
realize that people can
if
do whatever they want to do. That's the problem.
yep, especially because you can't control that, and if that's what they want to do, then there's only so much that you
Just
can do,
don't
man.
bring it just don't bring it to my face. That's all I'm asking. Don't bring it to my face.
Or what you also should do, the next time somebody does bring up politics in the paleo community, just let it go. Like, yes, will it annoy you? Yes, but you also have to remember what's more important: your relationship with said person, or being right and having it all be ruined.
Yeah.
Someone come on. So I see Ghost Rider. Lots of your comments.
Yeah. I don't know.
You were at the lowest, but still made videos and entertained us. Yep, I sure did. Oh man, late
Even like
2021, I was a wreck.
even like on Facebook, when I posted a this YouTube video of why politics should not be in the paleo community, everybody was freaking the F out. Like people were attacking me and stuff. And
Yeah, man, this is why I don't talk about politics.
I don't
Or,
either. And
well, it
and it
kind
was
of seems,
actually a cool video because like AK Rex, he's right. We don't need this crap. But not everybody's going to respond, you know? That's the
yep, and
problem.
that's just the way how it is, man. Like I said, you only can reach to so many people.
Like,
And
I
if,
always thought that paleontology is also friendship. Yes, it's science, but it's good to make new friends.
it is. I mean, for some people in the community, like I mean no disrespect, but there's people like Cam Muskelly who have autism, and it makes it harder for him to have friends. But however, I am happy for him to see that he has remained
Yeah,
to have friends. So
but that's the dude that I argued with, and he was like bragging and bragging like over and over again about politics. I'm like, bro, shut the hell up.
but
And
like I
then
said, man, ultimately you can't control what everyone says or does. And like I said, you sometimes you just have to let an ass be an ass.
like when I posted like shit on him on my community tab, then Paleo Nerd shows up, and then like he started freaking out and stuff. And
Yeah, I think
I actually had fights with Paleo Nerd too in the past. I don't know if you ever heard of him or not.
I might have, but it sounds like that made the situation even worse.
Well, Paleo Nerd is one of those guys that actually got me to stop watching one of the most shittiest documentaries in in the paleo community. And that was Jurassic Fight Club. Without him, I would still be in that awesome broke shitty moment. But no, I'm like, holy shit, this guy freed me. It's like he smacked me in the face. I'm like, bro, what the hell have you been doing all those years? And
Yeah,
then,
man.
but
This is
anyways,
why,
yeah,
but yeah, that's why I don't talk about politics, and that's why you shouldn't bring it up either. You know, like
I'm
if
not gonna
someone wants to
mention
talk
like
about
their name.
politics,
Like I don't like to. The thing is that I don't mention names. I don't mention names. I just say no politics. Period. I mean, for God's sakes, I even have a rule on my channel.
yep, and I have the same rule on my channel as well. But I feel like for the sake of my channel, we probably should change the subject.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
that's all right.
just
But anyways, you
I
pursuing
talk too much.
paleontology. So you pursuing paleontology. Man, if you really, really love it, there should be workarounds like with you and math. So I say, you know, maybe post it about in one of the paleontology or dinosaurs Facebook groups that we're both in where we met. It's like comment or post saying, "Hey, I really want to pursue paleontology, but I struggle with math so much. Does anybody have any recommendations?"
Yeah.
And if they're going to be nice about it, if they're going to be helpful about it, they will give you advice. But if they're
I mean,
not, if they're going to be jerks, then obviously don't pay attention to what they said.
for God's sakes, I interviewed Tracy Ford, and he's a paleontologist, and he sucks at math, and he didn't go to college. And look at him now. He did a bunch of papers. I actually have his book, um, and etc. You know,
Hey, Dylan, what's up, man?
a lot of people don't like. Well, they don't like Ford, but a lot of people do like Ford, and I respect Ford. Like Tracy Ford, like me and my friend Calvin the Carnotaurus. Well, he was actually joking. He said that Tracy Ford looks like a hippie Robert T. Barker.
Speaking of Robert T. Backer, man, he's a pain in the ass to get a hold of.
What do
Like
you mean?
I was trying to get a hold of him because I was trying to write a book at that time in like 2018, 2019. But so I was trying to send him a letter, then I slipped and fell on the concrete, and then I was sent to the emergency room, all because I was trying to contact him.
Oh shit.
So yeah, and then I was continuously was trying to get a hold of him, but then I gave up because I wasn't getting anywhere with it. So I felt like trying to contact him truly is just a waste of my time.
I do like him. It's just that he's a bit over the top at times.
Yeah,
Like
Dylan,
he's
I can send you a link.
like he said that like T-Rex can run up to 40 miles per hour, even though that, yeah, it's outdated, but still, like, oh my god, that would be freaking terrifying.
Correct me if I'm wrong. T Rex couldn't run at all. It's because of how heavy it was, right?
Well, it would be an ambush predator. Like maybe it would trot, but it wouldn't run because it's very heavy. I mean, we're talking about a 9 to 10 ton animal, you know.
From my understanding, the current consensus is that T Rex would do like a fast walk.
Yeah. And a fast
Oh,
walk can still catch up to a person.
it could. Hey, Dylan,
Hello.
what's up, man?
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. Did you see my mine and Travis's most anticipated of the year on our community?
I did not see it. Honestly, I'm actually surprised that I did not see that.
Yeah, we made a community post of our most anticipated movies of the year. So,
Awesome, man. Well,
me too.
I'll be sure to check that out.
So, one of which Travis has already seen. So,
When
Hold on,
is
I think
Jukebox Films showing up?
Junebug Films told me that he crashed. So yeah, Junebug
What do you
Films
mean
has passed out.
crashed?
Crashed meaning that he went to bed.
Oh, I thought his phone got crashed.
No. But yeah, Junebug got tired, so he went to bed. But yeah, matter of
Fair
fact,
enough.
I'll check out. And you said it's on your community tab, right?
yeah, it's on my it's on our community tab. Yeah.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Everything is not in any particular order except our number one. That's our number one most anticipated.
Yeah. Oh, I think I told you. I made my own playlist, Eric.
Okay.
Yeah,
Look at-
because honestly, I didn't know at the time, but now I do. But it's my Dragon Ball ones. I will do my playlist pissed off videos, but it's gonna take me a long time.
I'm trying to find it. Trying to find. Wait, I believe I tagged you guys on my channel. There we go. 406 boys. Okay, there we go. Community tab. Here we go. One day ago. Hey guys, we will be coming out at you with lots of videos very soon. But until then, here is Travis and I's 10 most anticipated movies of 2024. Furiosa, number one. Man, it's taken them forever to finally do something like with Mad Max.
I know.
Like 9 years. Jeez, that took them forever.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited for it, but I kind of wonder why is it a prequel and
that's why we have it at our most anticipated.
right. I am curious why it's a prequel and not a sequel.
It is so it's a prequel because it's Charlize Theron's character, but she's younger.
Okay.
So
Dune Part 2. I still haven't even seen that yet. But I'm pretty sure that Travis has watched it.
yep, Travis has seen it.
Awesome. Yeah, I've heard it's a lot more action packed than the original.
Yeah.
Than
I
A
forget.
Quiet Place Day One.
I forget.
Yep.
Are you and Travis? Are you brothers?
Yep.
Yeah, we're brothers. Yeah.
Oh, who's the oldest?
Travis.
I think Travis is, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, by 4
Why,
years.
Simba?
interesting.
Yep, and A Quiet Place Day One.
Yep, and that's also a prequel.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one, especially considering that I absolutely loved both the first one and the second one.
Both those movies were really good.
But yeah, I especially love the concept, knowing that you can't make any noise.
Yeah.
And it's a horrifying concept because we make noise all the time, even when we don't mean to. And so just by the idea that you can't make any noise is a brilliant idea for a horror film.
Yep.
Yeah, that was one of the best horror films I saw the longest time. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Then of course there's Deadpool 3, which is now being called Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, which I'm excited for.
I'm excited too, but I can see why that they changed the title because Marvel didn't really have a whole lot of hits last year besides Guardians. So because of that, they're really pushing it in the marketing. Like, about how Hugh Jackman's back as Wolverine. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Abigail. Oh yeah, there's the new
There's a lot
Ghostbusters.
of there's a lot of movies I'm seeing this year. Godzilla X Kong. I'm actually seeing it on the 28th because you know how people are. People are assholes because people spoil the movie.
Yeah, that's what happened to me with the first movie. I had it spoiled for me that Mechagodzilla was in the movie, and I was so pissed.
Well, it wasn't. Well, the, we all knew that Mechagodzilla was going to be in it because of Walmart, because Walmart released their toys way early.
So you can blame Walmart like for spoiling it then.
Yeah, Walmart releases. Yeah, like even like when I worked there, they introduced the Irex. I mean, not the Irex, the Indoraptor, and I
Yep,
got
and
the toy of it back in the day.
something similar happened to Sonic Movie 2, like with the Happy Meal toys, like how one of the toys like was a toy of Supersonic, which obviously was a huge spoiler like for the ending of that film.
Yeah, Walmart are like the biggest spoilers ever.
They are. But yeah, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I still haven't even seen Afterlife yet. So if I'm going to see Frozen Empire, I definitely need to see Afterlife.
Yeah. What else happened?
Abigail. What's Abigail about?
Um, let me look it up just to be sure, but it's about. Let me just look it up.
Ugh.
Here
Is
we
that
go.
like a
A group of would-be criminals kidnaps a 12-year-old daughter of a powerful underworld figure, holding her for ransom in an isolated mansion. Their plan starts to unravel when they discover their young captive is actually a bloodthirsty vampire.
wait a minute?
Basically, this group of criminals kidnaps a 12-year-old girl and holds her for ransom, not knowing that she's a bloodthirsty vampire.
That sounds interesting. And isn't that the one that has Melissa Barrera from like
Yeah.
Scream 5 and 6? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I know what movie you're talking about now.
Yep.
Yeah. That movie looks pretty
Mhm.
awesome. And then of course Godzilla X Kong.
Yep, that's one we're definitely excited for.
Yeah, I'm excited for it because grew up a big Godzilla and King Kong fan. Then Beetlejuice 2. Honestly,
What?
I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised that Beetlejuice 2 even is finally coming out.
That's one of the ones I've wanted a sequel to for ever since I first saw the original movie.
Same here,
And what's her name?
Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega's in it, and I'm so happy about that.
To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Jenna Ortega being in the movie actually helped to get the movie made.
Yeah, definitely. And I started really liking Jenna Ortega when I saw her in when I started watching Wednesday.
Yeah, same here. Like especially like with the way how she would deliver her lines with those facial expressions, I'm like, that is so spot on.
Yeah.
And then there's the Joker 2.
Yeah.
Joker Felice Deeks, however you pronounce that.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Joker 2 whenever that will be. Apparently, Lady Gaga is going to play as Harley Quinn.
Yep, that is true. That's very interesting casting. From what I heard, it's going to be like a full-on musical.
Yeah, they're making it as a musical, yeah.
That's
is
an
Joaquin
interesting
Phoenix
choice.
going to be in it?
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix still plays the Joker.
Okay,
which
that's
is very
good.
It's very rare for him because, as far as I can tell, he's not really a fan of doing sequels.
How come he doesn't like sequels?
From what I heard, he was Marvel's original choice to play Doctor Strange, but the reason why that didn't work out was because that Joaquin Phoenix really didn't want to have to commit for that long.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, I think that's reasonable because it would be like what an entire 10-year contract. So I do get it. Excuse me, but yeah. I mean, I could definitely see it. Joaquin Phoenix as Doctor Strange, but hey, it didn't work out for a reason. Instead, it went to Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
But yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch, I really feel like he got really badly typecast as playing the bad guy. Don't you two feel like that he did?
Yeah, I mean, I can see that.
I could too. Oh,
Especially now, you don't know what's gonna happen, especially now that he has the third eye.
right. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for what's in store for that. Let's see. Then your next movie. Oh yes, I'm really excited for this movie, the Nosferatu remake.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh man, I'm excited for
Mm-hmm.
that. I mean, shame we have to wait till like the very end of the year, but hey,
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna be a lot better than the other remake that Bill Skarsgård is.
And what's interesting, I think it comes out on Christmas.
Interesting, because when they did Shadow of the Vampire, which was about the making of the original Nosferatu, that one also came out at around Christmas time.
Yeah, this one comes out on Christmas Day, so
Huh.
it's interesting.
Well, I guess. Well, that's one hell of a way to celebrate Christmas, right?
Yeah.
So, Dylan,
Hey,
out of
Eric,
curiosity,
do you know how
sorry.
to make? Do you know how to make the second playlists?
A second playlist?
Yeah,
A playlist for what?
on YouTube.
Yeah, dude, it's extremely easy, dude.
Oh,
But yeah, so
how do I do that?
It would be easier if I did a screen share, but I'm on my phone, so it would be
Oh,
easier.
okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
so Dylan, did you ever see the original version of Nosferatu?
Yeah, I saw it in high school, but I haven't seen it since then.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, high school definitely was a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you watch it for like a class, or did you watch it?
Yeah,
just
I
for...
watched it. I watched it in class. So.
And from what you remember, I get it. It was a long time ago, but do you remember what your thoughts were on it?
Oh, I liked it. I mean, it was interesting for sure. Like the. I guess I'd never really seen a movie like it before. I guess before I'd seen it, the other vampire movies I'd seen are very much different than it.
Right.
Like, up until 2012, I was used to seeing So I'll be honest. I'll be completely 100% honest. One of my guilty pleasures is the Twilight movies. So I was used to watching those and what those vampires were, and then I watched Nosferatu, and I'm like, this is very different, but it's not like a bad different, you know?
Right. Yeah. And what's interesting about the original Nosferatu, that was the movie that actually made it popular about how vampires are supposed to be killed by sunlight.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, that whole thing about vampires being killed by sunlight was not in the original Dracula novel. That whole thing first showed up in the original Nosferatu. So
The one I remember when I was very first introduced to Nosferatu, it was when I first watched the episode of SpongeBob with the half slinging slasher. And at
yeah,
the very end, wait, if you're here and you're here, then who's still flickering the lights? They look over. Nosferatu.
Nosferatu,
And then he just flickers the light off. And
which is
it's like,
funny because it's funny you say
hmm,
that because I feel like a lot of people our generation will say that they know about Nosferatu only because of that.
no, and like that's where I first found out about him. And then in high school, I'm like, wait a minute, he's that guy from SpongeBob.
That is
And then
just
I'm
funny.
like, and then we watched Nosferatu, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is pretty sick.
Yeah, and having that prior knowledge to SpongeBob, like you can't help but have that be on your mind the entire time.
Yeah, and then like I took a sci-fi class in high school, and we got to watch a lot of sci-fi movies and stuff like that. So like we watched Metropolis, the original Metropolis. We watched 2001: A Space Odyssey, which is one of my
Masterpiece.
it's one of my favorite movies to watch.
Same with mine.
Let's see, we watched some horror movies. Like we watched Halloween. We just had to sign like waivers and stuff like that we our parents would allow us to watch rated R movies like that.
Right.
We got to watch just a bunch of sci-fi movies like that were a lot older and stuff like that. So we got to watch like the Terminator movies and
That's awesome,
stuff
dude.
like that. So sci-fi class was pretty cool. So yeah.
And so, would your assignments be on like said films?
Yeah, so we'd take a quiz on the film and stuff like that, and what we remember from the film and stuff like that.
That sounds like a lot like when I took film history like last fall.
Yeah,
We were assigned to watch a bunch of movies, but the stuff we were assigned on is like, okay, what was the character's internal and external conflict? What was the second act dip? Like basically, he really was teaching us like the Hollywood formula,
yeah,
like of having a character arc and all that. And because of that, I don't know if you saw on my Facebook, but I finally got to watch some movies that I had never seen
yeah.
until then. Like until I took his class, I never saw Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
I never saw the Shawshank Redemption. And make of this what you will, but the Shawshank Redemption is, according to IMDb, is regarded as the greatest movie ever made.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And
so
in my honors world cultures class, because I was in an honors class, we got to watch rated R movies. So one of the first movies I watched in there, I think won Best Picture that year at the Oscars, which was Slumdog Millionaire.
oh yeah,
Yeah, and I remember I loved that movie.
yeah. I
It
do
was a
remember when it
very
came out.
interesting movie. There were some disturbing parts in that movie, but
So what exactly is that movie about?
so it's about this guy that like grows up in like poverty in India, and he ends up going on this game show and he wins this like $1 million on this game show or whatever.
Oh,
It,
well,
it
that's pretty awesome.
it's a really good movie. but there are some dark moments in the movie that some very violent moments in the movie. But
So
I
yeah,
believe it
because
did. I believe that year it came out, it did win Best Picture at the Oscars.
I believe so, and yeah, and I do remember a lot of people were talking about that movie when it first came out, and
Yeah,
but yeah, I've heard of it, but I have not ever seen it.
yeah,
I mean, when the movie first came out, I was just a punk teenager, and I thought that I was too cool for that movie. But now, now that I'm a full grown adult, I feel like that I actually can appreciate the movie for what it is now.
yeah.
I mean, of course, all of us when we become teenagers, we become very rebellious.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I most definitely was that way
Yes,
back when I was in high school.
indeed.
But yeah, so I'm pretty sure I could find it on like HBO Max or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I can check real quick where
yeah, I'm sure it has to be streaming somewhere.
here we go.
Okay, this walk ended up being a lot longer than I thought. And
All right, let me check because it says it's on Hulu, but sometimes when it says it's on Hulu, or when it says it's on a site, um, sometimes it's not. So I have to check.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on there. It's on
Okay,
Hulu.
awesome. Awesome. Well, I can't remember if I have Hulu or not, but when I get home from this walk, I could definitely check.
Also another movie on Hulu that I need to watch here pretty soon is Poor Things.
Isn't that the one with
Emma Stone.
yeah, Emma Stone, and didn't she just win an Oscar?
Yeah, she just won Best Actress for her role in it. Yeah.
Wow, that is pretty awesome.
Yeah. And it also won makeup. It won a bunch of things actually.
Yeah, I mean, just knowing that she won an Oscar for that, I mean, any actor's dream is to win an Oscar.
She hasn't won an acting Oscar since her role in La La Land, which was like
Yeah, and that was
a
that was
decade
with
ago.
Ryan. Yeah, and that
Yeah,
was
that
with
was like
Ryan
a decade
Gosling.
ago. Yep.
Yeah, I still
And
haven't even seen that movie.
yeah, I haven't seen La La Land either, so
I have
that
heard a
was a
lot of really
crazy
good things
Oscars
about it.
because of the mix-up with the announcement where they were like they announced that La La Land won Best Picture when in reality it was actually Moonlight that won Best Picture.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so the people that were announcing the winner of Best Picture accidentally had the envelope that said Emma Stone for La La Land. It had Emma Stone for La La Land.
Well, I bet
And
they felt embarrassed.
well, they were older. They were like in their 80s or 70s or whatever. So,
All right, guys. I'll see you later.
All
all
right,
right.
man. Thanks
Yeah,
for
it's
coming by.
almost 12 o'clock.
Holy crap, dude.
Yeah, I'm
All right,
sorry.
see ya. See ya, man.
But yeah, so it's like they had that envelope and then the people had to come out and be like, I'm sorry, there's been a mistake. The winner's actually Moonlight. And the people from Moonlight came up and accepted their Oscar and stuff like that. So
While I can imagine all the people
it's
who did,
crazy.
while I can imagine all the people who won La La Land they were probably irked by it.
Yeah. I mean, it was a big mistake, and it was like, but
It
yeah,
was, and especially considering that they all had their hopes up.
yeah, definitely.
So yeah, but yeah, so how have things been going with you and your health?
Pretty good. I see my doctor on Thursday. I start PT on Friday.
And for physical therapy, they're like gonna help you like relearn to walk, right?
Yeah, it's just I can walk now, but it's just to get like enough strength to where I don't need to walk assisted and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I can like walk normally and stuff like that. It's just to get the strength back in my legs and stuff.
Well, that makes sense, especially considering that you were forced to sit on a hospital bed for quite a while.
Yeah, 72 days.
That's a long time, dude.
Yeah.
But hey,
So,
I mean, obviously you managed.
yep. I
That's
mean,
all that
granted,
matters.
most of the time here I'm stuck in bed because I have to be for like when my wound heals and stuff like that. But I'm like up and about for like appointments and stuff like that. So yeah. So, but
But
how's
yeah,
Simba?
so Simba's doing good. Right now, I'm taking him out on a walk, and we ended up walking way longer than I thought. So yeah, Simba's just been smelling. Simba has smelt a few rabbits, and then I had to cling on tight to his leash just so in that way that he wouldn't go run off
Oh yeah, he
after
likes
said
to catch
rabbit.
his minis, does he?
He does, like, because he's a hunting dog. Simba is bred to go after
Oh yeah,
rabbits, and
trust me, I get it because Cooper's a lab and he's a hunting dog. So, he hates bunnies.
so yes.
My dog Cooper hates bunnies because he's a hunting dog too.
Um, have there ever been times where you ever had to chase after your dog because
No,
they're chasing after a rabbit?
no, he mainly just chases after them in the yard. But we had to go after Cooper once because he So I'll tell you two stories real quick. So one, he got so close to getting a rabbit that the rabbit had to hide under the lawnmower.
Damn.
That wasn't running, of course, but and so we had to bring Cooper inside so that the rabbit could run away. And he's come so close many times to catching rabbits. And then the other story is he actually stood on top, like stood over the top of a crow so that the crow was too scared to move until Travis grabbed him and took him off, and then the crow flew off.
Damn, dude.
Yeah,
That is
Cooper
brutal,
straight.
dude.
If there's two things Cooper hates in this world, it's bunnies and birds. Because labs are bred mainly for like hunting birds. Like they're bird
Right.
hunting dogs. So like duck hunting and shit like that.
Oh man, I can only imagine that crow must have had a heart attack. It's because of
Oh
how
yeah, I
scared it
bet
was.
it's scarred for life right now.
Probably. I imagine that it's probably. I can imagine that bird never wants to go near a dog ever again after that.
Yeah, it's probably never returned to our yard for sure.
Screw that.
Right, Cooper? Cooper! Cooper! How's it going, bud? He's just on Travis's bed sleeping.
Nice. So are you back at your apartment
No,
or are you crashing at your mom's?
I'm staying at my parents' house right now, so
Okay. I mean, I guess go back to your apartment whenever you feel like you're ready for it.
yeah, I'm staying at my parents' house right now because they're medically taking care of me right now, so
Right.
yeah.
Makes sense. I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. So until I can feel like I can medically take care of myself, which realistically I don't know how long that'll be, but you know. Hopefully it won't be very long, but I don't know honestly how it could be weeks, it could be months, I don't know.
Yeah, right now it's really hard to say.
But I go over to my apartment every Monday and Friday, so
Okay, well, I'm at least that you can, well, at least that you can be inside of it for at least a little bit.
yeah. So but
But yeah, man, I can imagine that once you finally get to be actually back inside of it, because from what I remember, you like just moved into your new apartment
yep.
and then you got sick.
And then I got sick, yep.
Oh man, talk about horrible timing, dude.
I know, right? I got sick. Let's see, I got sick 2 days after I got that Matthew Lillard picture.
Dude, again, really, really
Autograph.
bad timing, dude.
Yeah.
Right after you got the autograph.
So I
And
couldn't
when
really enjoy it that much. So, but I
That
did
sucks.
upload that video on our YouTube in time of me unboxing it. So,
Okay, well, at least there's that.
yeah.
And I imagine because of your recovery, when you were in the hospital, you definitely weren't thinking about getting more autographs. But now that you're out and you're back home, I guess you have put some thought into getting more autographs.
Oh yeah, definitely. I just don't know who from yet.
Well, I saw that John
Eventually,
Carpenter
one of my
actually is doing
dream
a private
autographs is from Nicolas Cage.
signing. Well, Nicolas Cage was doing a private signing, but the private signing closed. And oh my god, to get one autograph from him costs like $600, dude.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that was expensive as hell. It's like, look, I get it. Nicolas Cage is a very big name actor, but holy crap, dude. I guess maybe go online and try to find a reliable source to get his autograph.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Hey, I saw you got an autograph from the site I use.
yeah, that
The Mifflin autographs or whatever.
Yeah, I believe that's where I got like the signed Don Shanks knife.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool site, huh?
Oh, it is, yeah.
No.
I never even knew about it until recently, and from what I saw, they actually are doing a private signing like with Lawrence Fishburne, and yeah, Lawrence Fishburne's. But yeah, it's like, dude, that's the guy from The Matrix.
Yeah, they do a bunch of private signings over there as well. So.
But yeah, I pretty much like they're the exact same thing as like CPA authentic autographs. But yeah, I mean, knowing that they got Lawrence Fishburne, I'm like, dude, that's a huge name. Considering that he was in the DC movies, The Matrix, and he was in the third Nightmare on Elm Street movie. So
yeah.
But yeah, do you think you're gonna order an autograph from him?
I don't know. I'll think about it.
I guess it would depend on how much he charges.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I saw the CPA is doing an autograph from, I forget the actor's name, but he's the one like who plays Dexter in like the Dexter series.
Oh, that'd be a cool one because I love that show.
Yeah, well, if you want his autograph, you can go on to CPA Authentic Autographs. And he's also doing a dual signing like with Jennifer Carpenter. And Jennifer Carpenter also was in Dexter, and she also played the title role in The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Okay.
So yeah, hard to believe that movie's almost 20.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That makes me feel old.
Yeah. Well, I gotta get going. I gotta go do some stuff. So,
Alrighty, man. Well, thank you so much for stopping by.
yeah, definitely. I'll talk to you later.
All right, man. We will keep in touch.
See ya.
All right, see you. All right. That goes for. I'm just now getting to your questions. Sorry, went through a rough time of 2021. Yeah, dude, that was one of the worst years of my entire life. It was a disaster. But hey, look at where I'm at now, dude. T-Rex had large body. It's funny. Yeah, a lot of people have made jokes about that. But to be fair, if a T-Rex was chasing after you, you wouldn't find it funny. You'd be screaming for your life. Oh man, I've been walking Simba for so long. I just want to have us get home. I started walking him with this live stream. Man, for almost 2 hours. Oh my god. All right, Simba. We need to get home, dog. Getting tired. Yep, turn on Broadwater. Simba, come on. Is anyone even watching me now? Nope. All right. Well, if no one's going to be watching me, well, it's a good thing I'm almost home. Oh man, I'm tired. I just want to go home. I gotta use the bathroom too. Don't know why my I don't know why my mic went on mute again, but whatever. It's whatever, dude. All right, well, no one's watching. Pretty much just here talking to myself. So yeah, thank you all for watching.